24 hours of the Passion. 6 a.m. hour. Jesus is again before Caiaphas, who condemns him to death and sends him to Pilate. Preparation before each hour. O my Lord Jesus Christ, prostrate in your divine presence, I implore your most loving heart to admit me to the sorrowful meditation of the 24 hours in which, for love of us, you wanted to suffer so much in your adorable body and in your most holy soul unto death on the cross. Oh, please give me help, grace, love, deep compassion and understanding of your sufferings as I now meditate this hour. And for those which I cannot meditate, I offer you my will to meditate them, and I willingly intend to meditate them in all the hours in which I have to apply myself to my duties or sleep. Accept, O merciful Lord, my loving intention, and let it be beneficial for me and for all, as if I effectively and in a saintly way accomplished what I wish to practice. Meanwhile, I give you thanks, O my Jesus, for calling me to union with you by means of prayer. And to please you more, I take your thoughts, your tongue, your heart, and with this I intend to pray, fusing all of myself in your will and in your love, and stretching out my arms to hug you, I place my head on your heart, and I begin. Sorrowful Jesus, you are now out of prison. You are so exhausted that you stagger at each step. I intend to place myself at your side to sustain you when I see that you are about to fall. But I see the soldiers take you before Caiaphas, and you, my Jesus, reappear in their midst like the sun, even though you are disfigured. You shed light everywhere. I now see that Caiaphas is filled with glee upon seeing you reduced to such a pitiful state. At the reflections of your light he becomes more blinded, and in his fury he asks you again, "So, are you really the true Son of God?" And you, my love, with supreme majesty, with the grace of your word, and in your usual sweet and moving accent that enraptures their hearts, answer, "Yes, I am the true Son of God." And your enemies, though feeling all the power of your word within themselves, stifle it completely, refuse to hear any more, and with one voice cry out, "He is guilty of death! He is guilty of death!" Caiaphas confirms the death sentence and sends you to Pilate. And you, my condemned Jesus, accept this sentence with such love and resignation that you almost snatch it from the iniquitous pontiff. You offer reparation for all the sins committed deliberately and with complete malice, and for those who, instead of blaming themselves for the evil they commit, rejoice and exult in sin itself, which renders them completely obstinate and blind to the light of grace. Jesus, my life, your reparations and prayers echo in my heart, and I offer reparation and pray with you. My sweet love, I see that the soldiers, having lost what little remaining esteem they had for you, upon hearing your death sentence, grab you, heap upon you ropes and chains, and bind you so tightly that it makes it virtually impossible for your divine person to make the slightest movement. And so, pushing you and dragging you, they remove you from the palace of Caiaphas. Crowds of people await you, but there is no one to defend you. And you, my divine Son, come out and into their midst, longing to envelop everyone with your light. As you take your first steps, desiring to enclose the steps of all souls within yours, you pray and offer reparation for those who take their first steps to act with evil intentions. Some to exact revenge, others to steal, some to betray, others to kill, and so forth. Oh, how all these sins wound your heart. And in order to prevent so much evil, you pray, make reparation and offer to the Father your entire being. But as I follow you, I see that the moment you descend from the palace of Caiaphas, you, my son Jesus, encounter beautiful Mary, our sweet mother. Your gazes meet and wound each other. Although you feel relieved in seeing each other, new sorrows arise. For you, Jesus, see your beautiful mother pierced with sorrow, pale and enveloped with mourning, while you, dear mother, see your divine Son ellipsed and covered with immense opprobrium and blood, while weeping. However, on account of the soldiers, you cannot enjoy the exchanges of gazes for long. With the sorrow of not being able to exchange so much as one word to each other, your hearts say everything. As your hearts are fused together, the one in the other, and on account of the soldiers who shove you, Jesus, you are both forced to interrupt your exchange of gazes. So, trampled upon and dragged, you arrive before Pilate. Beloved Jesus, I unite myself to your pierced mother in following you, to fuse myself in you along with her. Grant me, Jesus, your gaze of love as I ask for your blessing. Reflections and Practices by Saint Hannibal de Francia. Jesus' day begins in being brought before Caiaphas. He confirms with firmness that he is the Son of God. When we begin our day, do we let ourselves be directed by Jesus? Is our composure an example to others, and our steps like magnets that call souls around Jesus? The whole life of Jesus was one continuous crying out to souls. If we conform ourselves to his will, that is, if our feet call out to souls as they walk, if our heartbeats, echoing the divine heartbeats, harmonize and plead for souls, and so on with regard to the rest of our being, our operating in this way will form Jesus' own humanity within us. Therefore, every time we cry out to souls, we acquire an additional trait that is imprinted within our soul by Jesus. Is our life always constant, or, with the changes we encounter, does it change for the worse? Beloved Jesus, holiness who has no equal, guide me and let also my outward appearance reveal your whole divine life. Thanksgiving after each hour. My beloved Jesus, you have called me in this hour of your passion to keep you company, and I have come. With the most touching and eloquent words, I seem to hear you praying, offering reparation, suffering and pleading in anguish and sorrow for the salvation of souls. I tried to follow you in everything. Now I owe you my heartfelt thank you, and I bless you. Yes, O Jesus, I repeat my thank you thousands and thousands of times, and I bless you for all that you have done and suffered for me and for everyone. I thank you and I bless you for every drop of blood you shed. I thank you for every breath, heartbeat and step. I thank you for all the words, glances, afflictions and affronts you lovingly endured. For everything you did, O Jesus, I offer you my thank you and I bless you. O my dear Jesus, let my soul send forth a continuous flow of thanksgiving and blessings. May they draw down on all of us the flow of your blessings and graces. O my sweet Jesus, press me to your heart and with your most sacred hands, mark every particle of my being with your I bless you, so that my being may send forth a continuous hymn of blessings to you.